I have a Gmail account. Who doesn't? I mean, it's free. You might as well sign up for it. I mean, unless, of course, you're happy with the email that you're currently using. Do you use Gmail? Do you like it? Why? I'm interested in your thoughts. Leave a video response to this particular video stating whether you like Gmail or you don't. If you're not familiar with the Labs feature, it's something that will extend Gmail's functionality, and you can turn certain features on or off, which I've done, and that didn't really help. I'm still not a huge Gmail fan. However, Jamie Clark, all the way from the UK, is a Gmail fan, and he submitted a top 5 Gmail Labs features. And you can click the little green beaker at the top of the Gmail screen, of course, when you've logged into gmail.com. He says he's been using Gmail for years and is loving the new Labs features. He's gotten into the habit of checking to see if there are any new Labs features. In fact, I usually find out about new Labs scripts from seeing other people check their Gmail. I'm like, whoa, how did you do that? Oh, it's a Labs thing. I'm like, well, why didn't I know? I mean, that's the kind of stuff I like turning on sometimes. So here we go. Some suggestions for his favorite Gmail Labs features. Number 5, title tweaks. This moves the inbox number of messages count of the page title to the front of the page title, meaning that when you have lots of tabs open, you can still see when new emails come in. Very, very useful, especially on smaller screens like for netbooks. Number 4, Old Snaky. Email can be and often is dull. Sometimes it's nice to distract ourselves with a simple game. You ever play the game Snake? In fact, on my first cell phone, it was a Nokia device. It had the game on there, Snake. I could play it on a little, keypad. T9'd my way through victory. I remember the Atari game Surround, too. That was kind of like Snake. I like... Those are the sound effects we had back then. And sadly, I think I did a better job than that Atari game. Number 3, remove labels from subjects. Okay. Because you can basically label emails with different labels. And you could consider this kind of like copying or moving emails into folders, because Gmail doesn't really use folders necessarily. Of course, when you pull those messages in through IMAP, then it has to use a folder structure for compatibility. But he says that removing labels from subjects is especially useful if, like him, you have a netbook with a small screen that you use often to check your email. So essentially, the script hides the labels so that you can see more of the subject line for the messages. So if you have a small screen, consider using that one from Gmail Labs. Number 2, inbox preview. This is one that I found out from a friend. I was like, how did you get the messages to load before the full Gmail interface loaded? She said, well, I just turned on the Labs feature. I'm like, really? Yeah, for real. So essentially, I'm not going to demonstrate it because I have messages in my inbox in Gmail. But before the page loads, it throws the instant preview up so you can see if any new messages have come in or what's in your inbox before the page actually loads fully. So it's just a quick preview. It's actually kind of nice. That's one I would recommend toggling, especially for slower connections, because you get to see what's there, at least as far as subject lines, dates, and other fields before everything fully loads. Number 1, the mark as read button. That's R-E-A-D as opposed to R-E-D. He says he's constantly marking email as read without actually opening them up. Notifications from sites such as Twitter, Facebook, YouTube don't often need to be read, but I still prefer to have them sent to my inbox as unread just in case. So the mark as read feature is something that you might want to have at your fingertips. These are just 5 of his suggestions of Labs features that you can toggle right now in Gmail. It's in the settings. And just extend the functionality or features of Gmail. And they are constantly adding new features. Of course, like I said, I'm really not sold on a lot of Google's UI. It's just not really wonderful for me. The search, I'm fine with. But everything else, it's kind of like... not that exciting. It's really boring. That was a genuine yawn, by the way. I was trying to figure out how to sneak it in, and I finally got it in there because the UI kind of makes me yawn. Thank you for the tips. Anybody else have any other Gmail Labs suggestions to pass along? Feel free to. And as I said, interested in your video response on if you're using Gmail or not and why. I do, but just not as a primary email account. I'm just not... the interface just kind of bugs me. I'm more of a tri-pane interface live preview kind of guy. That's me. You're probably different. My email address, chris@perillo.com. Of course, you're also welcome to join me in our community of geeks at geeks.perillo.com. Then we also got this chat room right here. It's a part of the live video feed that's going out 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't believe me? Well, look at the time. I'm sitting here. I'm pointing at the subject there, Gmail, but I meant to point over there. It's about midnight, and we're still hanging out, and there's more than one of me. I tweeted it out even this late at night, and we got about 100 more viewers because I record and stream this particular, whatever you want to call it, show, experience, whatever, live. It's on the internet, live. Can't really get it on your TV, unless, of course, you have an internet connection connected to your TV, pulling the live video feed in through your television. Is anybody doing that? I'm not even doing that. No matter. We're typically talking tech right here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at live.perillo.com. We'll see you later.